No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on last year's national champion, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. RPO complete to open the drive. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just
picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. He'll try to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job on the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. On the run, it's Green. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quick pass on the fly motion. There he goes. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay.
Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll move the tight end. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there going for it all. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Never a doubt. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've come out Someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. And they get him down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking to fire. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Dances away. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Under fire. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. He wants to change this route. Off play action. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's third and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Here's the handoff. They pick up half of it. It'll be second and 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle boxes. He moved to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Shotgun snap on third down. Throws to the tight end. It's caught. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Snagged in the middle. It's Hill. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense. defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Washington State. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Still looking, on the move. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, it's picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. Finds a little space. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Fires on the move. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. They'll go to the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to run it. Turning it on. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Touchdown, Oregon! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Might be changing the route. Trying to beat the DT. And he reels it in inside the 30. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
And a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And the Ducks line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Here come the Irish back on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first down and once more. They finally get it stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front. Guys pushing the pile. NFL talent on this offensive line. Just having their way. Making it.
There he goes. He got loose. Almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
He got it. Smashes ahead. And he will score. Touchdown, Irish.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Caught over the middle. It's Casey. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Handoff to the lone back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains.
And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up in the 26 with the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Now improvising. Looking down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Running free. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left.
The fake, and he wants to throw. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Extending the play. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 40. Did the work himself. They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play.
How great is it on offense when you don't just have receivers and running backs that can make plays, but your quarterback can hurt the defense throwing it and running it as well. The speed, the open field running ability, his ability to make people miss, such a unique weapon in college football, and this team's got a guy.
Caught in the backfield, it's Casey. Breaks into the open. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. He'll set up to throw. Buys a little time. Not quite able to turn that corner and get it to the house. He's out of bounds at the 8.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Now on the move. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the 1st down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that 1st.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a 1-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
And he puts through the extra point. An 84-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He'll take the deep shot. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Punch it out of the air. Turning it on. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch him.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Using his legs, it's Hill. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and
he'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it at the 20. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
To the air on second down. Bring in the heat. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They're able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Ducks are on the move. Quarterback keeper. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, Whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield and screen. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Fires to the tight end. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
Looking for a gap. It's Hill. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Finds a man on the left. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Dome wide receivers, and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it, and I think this quarterback feels the same way.
It's a fumble, and the ball goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, but it'll be marked for no gain.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points. You could turn it over, and they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Forced out of the pocket. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Punt is on its way. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Has to get there to move the sticks. There he goes. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field? But the gamble paid off.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They go to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback floating away from pressure. That's caught. It's Casey.
He's just got a knack. I mean, just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
And this will be the 9th play of the drive. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Hill. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. Touchdown, Oregon! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Man, that D tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Finds space on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Let's go! Grabbed behind the line. It's Reddick.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Second down coming up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Lights off the defender. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth there in Colorado for push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
From the gun, the running back has it. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Going with the ground game left. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
They'll run it from the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
A nice luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now, so take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll go to the sneak. Stokes short of the marker. Heading for this defense, and they get the ball back.
Great job by the defense there on fourth down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the quarterback takes a knee. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one